Hi guys, and welcome back to another video of Gaming with Powers. I'm Jake, and today we are continuing looking at the original Marvel United promo bundle content. So today we have Dormammu taking on the likes of Doctor Strange, Adam Warlock, and America Chavez. This is going to be a very interesting battle, right? We saw Doctor Strange and America Chavez in the Multiverse of Madness, and then obviously Adam Warlock is going to be in the new upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but the three of them are teaming up to take on Dormammu, who is running amok in New York. So let's go ahead and jump down to the table, guys, where we have everything set up. Okay, guys, so we have everything here set up for a game of Marvel United, a three-player game of Marvel United. And so we have Dormammu, the villain here, who is running amok. And so let's take a look at Dormammu. So real quick, he had a special rule on the back of his card that said if we were playing with three heroes, I must remove one of his ritual cards from the deck. So I have done that and placed it on the side. So Dormammu's special rule says Dormammu can never be damaged. However, he is defeated after his last master plan card is resolved. When two missions are completed, remove the top card of the master plan deck from the game. When a hero is KO'd, Dormammu does not activate his BAM, instead advance the ritual track by the number of heroes. Interesting. So this is going to be a time one. I need to stall him out. That's pretty cool. So let's take a look at his BAM. When he BAMs, he will deal 2 damage to each hero in Dormammu's location. Overflow. If a thug or civilian token cannot be added to a location, increase the ritual track by 1 for each token you couldn't add. And then we have his villainous plot here, which is the ritual track. When this track reaches 20, the heroes will lose. Okay, let's take a look at some of his threat cards here. So we have 2 Dark Dimension cards that each thug in this location requires 2 punches to be defeated, 2 damage to be defeated. We have 2 elemental control cards, which says heroes that take damage in this location take 1 extra damage. And then we have 2 banishment cards up here that says each civilian in this location requires 1 extra heroic to be rescued. All right, so that seems very tedious. Okay, guys, I'm using all locations from across the Infinity Gauntlet expansion as well as the original base game. So I believe the Sanctum Sanctorum, Quantum Tunnel, this version of Avengers Mansion is going to be from the Infinity Gauntlet, and then Avengers Mansion from the base game, Times Square from the Enter the Spider-Verse, and I believe that is from the Infinity Gauntlet as well. New York. So different kind of combinations. I try to get thematic, right? There's 2 Avenger Mansions, but one is like the other multiverse version of it. And so we are starting in the Sanctum Sanctorum, and Dormammu is here in Times Square ready to do battle. So I'm enjoying myself actually playing not the Shield solo mode and playing each individual character as they normally would be. So we're going to go ahead and continue with that. So I'm going to draw 3 cards for Doctor Strange. We have the the Eye of Agamotto. You may take any Master Plan card from the storyline and reshuffle it into the Master Plan deck. And Cloak of Levitation. Either punch in an adjacent location or move. Okay? So yeah, I'm enjoying myself playing this mode over the Shield mode. I think it gives the game... it's a better feel for the game because I don't have to worry about getting knocked out, and it kind of showcases the villain in all of their glory and abilities here. Alright, so we have America Chavez with a lot of punches, and I'm going to go ahead and put Adam Warlock there, and then Doctor Strange. So we have a double wild on Adam Warlock, a move, and the next Master Plan card will be played face down with no effect. Punch, double punch, and a double punch. All right. So let's go ahead and get this party started with Dormammu, guys. So he is going to move 1. All right. And he will BAM. So what is it? Deal 2 damage to each hero in his location. Nobody's there. But then he's going to start filling up some area. So 2 thugs on his location where he's at. And it'll be 2 thugs below his location. 2 thugs below his location, and then we're gonna have 2 thugs up at the top. All right, let's see what we got. I think I need to try and clear some of these threats and things like that first. So I think what I'm gonna do is play I think I'm gonna have Doctor Strange, Adam Warlock, and American Chavez. So Doctor Strange, Adam Warlock, and American Chavez. So I'll draw a card on Doctor Strange, a double wild. Always love that. So I'm gonna play the Cloak of Levitation. So I can either punch in an adjacent location or move, and then I get a wild. So I will go ahead and punch. Whoop, messed that up there. I will go ahead and punch 1 thug in this location, and then I get a wild. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop a heroic on that, and that'll be that turn. So let's start with Adam Warlock. I get a move and a heroic. She got a bunch of punches, but there's not really. I think I'm gonna go to move heroic to try and do that. All right, so I'm gonna use 1 heroic to do that, and then I'm gonna use Doctor Strange's wild to clear this threat here, opening up that location. You may place 1 action token from the pool on a threat or power up card. If I were to end there, interesting. But I don't think I'm gonna want to end there. I think, actually, you know what? I think, what do I have? I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work on trying to clear some of these. So I will move up here, and then I will end my turn. So then we got American Chavez. So we are going to draw on American Chavez, and we are getting invulnerability. You cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn, and I get a heroic. I'm almost thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna keep that for now, and I'm gonna play this regular punch from American Chavez. So I have a move, I have a heroic, and a punch. So I'm gonna move here. I have a heroic, so I will heroic that, and then I will punch this thug right there. So those are my 3 actions. Let's see what Dormammu is bringing to the table. He is going to move 5, and then he is bamming. Oh, that's devastating. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So he'll bam. There's nobody in my location. So he would put 2 here, which would overflow and bring the track up to 2. Remember, his overflow says if a civilian or thug cannot be added to a location, increase the ritual track by 1 for each token that cannot be added. He would add 2 here, but that is overflow, so that's at 4. And then he's going to add 1 thug and 1 civilian. The thug will be able to go in, but the civilian will not, so that will go up. So in 1 turn, he's at 5. He's 1/4 of the way there. All right, let's see what Doctor Strange is bringing to the table. So he has a punch. I have a punch available to me as well. I think what I'm going to do is use my double wild. So use my double wild here, and I have a punch. So I think I'm going to go here, move 1 there, use a wild to move. And now I have a wild to clear one of these civilians. And I have a punch, which I can't move the punch. Okay, so that is that. So now on to Adam Warlock. He gets a move. Do I want to... I think I'm going to play his double wild so we can try and get this party started. So I'm going to play his double wild, okay? I'm going to use Doctor Strange's double wild to use 2 heroics to clear this. So this will be destroyed. You may draw until you have 3 in your hand. Okay, and then his special rule will activate. So when 2 missions are completed, remove the top card of the Master Plan deck. So that was going to be a 4 and a bam. That would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. That would have been pretty good. So that was both of those. And then I'm going to move here. And I'm going to punch a thug. I'm going to punch a thug. Okay? So that was Adam Warlock. And then let's go to American Chavez. We got a heroic, a triple punch. Oh no, I'm sorry. It says when 2 missions are completed, it means 2 of these, not threats. So that should go back on top of the deck. I'm going to continue with my plan though, which is going to be using the energy infusion with a triple punch. So I got a lot of things at my disposal here. So I will use 1 wild to move. I'm going to use my energy infusion to double punch thugs here. And then I'm going to use 1 more punch to punch a thug. And then I have 1 more wild at my disposal. So I am going to... heroes that take damage take 1 extra damage. I'm going to try and clear these. So then I will use my extra wild to move down here. Alright, so now he would go... He would move 4 and bam. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me make sure that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, so he's doing 4 and bamming. Doctor Strange is going to be taking 2 damage. So I will put this and this. Well, I'm going to keep the wild out. So I'll keep that out and put these back at the bottom of the deck. Actually, heroes take damage and take 1 extra damage. So he's knocked out. So Doctor Strange has been knocked out. When a hero is KO'd, advance the ritual track by 1. Okay. He is going to be putting 2 thugs in this location. So that's 1. 1 thug gets overflowed. So that's moving up to 7. He will put 2 thugs here. This gets 2 overflow up to 9. And we get 2 thugs over here. Oof. I'm struggling on this one. All right. So it would be Doctor Strange's turn. So he's resurrecting from the dead. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We get 4 cards. And what do we have? We have a double heroic. We have a Book of Fashanti. You may search the Master Plan deck, remove 1 card from the game, then reshuffle the deck. Wow, that's pretty powerful. I got a move and a heroic and a move heroic. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to keep this and do the Book of Ashanti. So I may search the Master Plan deck, remove 1 card from the game, then reshuffle the deck. All right? So I'm going to look at his deck. So we have a 3, 0 bam, 2 bam, 1 bam, ritual. Increase ritual track by the number of civilians and thugs in Dormammu's location. Yeah, we're going to get rid of 1 of those ritual cards. So then I go ahead and reshuffle the deck. All right. Oof. Man, this is going to be rough. I need to clear some of these locations here. All right. So let's see. There was a lot of 0s, 1s. Okay. So my problem is if he bams me again, advance the track by the number of heroes. Oh, really? So this should be go up. So that's... It should go up 2 more, right, to 11 because there is 3 heroes total. Okay. So I think I'm just going to do 1 punch to clear the thug, and then I'll do 1 heroic to save that, to try and save my bacon. All right. Moving on to Adam Warlock. We have a heroic and a punch here. Okay. I got a heroic at my ready. I think what I'm going to do here, guys, is... I think I'm going to kind of stall things out for a second. I'm going to play the Avatar of Life. So the next Master Plan card will be played face down with no effect. I'm gonna roll some dice here. Okay. And then we are on to American Chavez, which she gets a double wild. Okay, so American Chavez, I'm gonna play her double heroic, okay, and put 2 heroics on this card. And then it will go to Dormammu. So this card is gonna be put face down. What did I get? A 0 bam. All right, that was very good. That was a very smart move. So we move on to Doctor Strange. So I can move to any location with a wild. What I'm actually going to do is do the move heroic, okay? So I have a double heroic and a third one, so I'm going to spend all 3 to clear this, okay? And what is the effect? It says... I may swap the position of any 2 hero cards of your choice in the storyline. That can be pretty powerful because who's up next? Adam Warlock. I can have Adam. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end my turn in this location. Swap the position of any 2 hero cards of my choice in the storyline. So I'm going to swap the American Chavez with the Doctor Strange card. So then it's Adam Warlock's turn. So I get a double wild. So I'm going to... Really, I can do this actually. I'll play my double wild. And so I will use 2 heroics and a third wild to clear this threat, which would, he will go after every 2 now. He's going after every 2. And then I will, you may discard 1 action token. I didn't think that through. Because he's probably going to land on this. Watch. He's going to land on this. Deal 3 damage. KO me. I bet you he's about to get all 10. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, he's going to get 8 in this turn. Watch. He's going to hit a 2. Bam. Oh no, it's going to keep alive. Alright, never mind. I'm going to stay alive. Okay, so then I got 1 action left available to me. And I think I'm just going to... I think I'll just move... actually, I'll stay here and save that civilian. All right. So now Dormammu will get to go. So he is moving 2 and bamming. I called it. So 1, 2. American Chavez will take 2 damage. So I'm going to put these back at the bottom of my deck. She will take 2 damage. And then I'm alive still. So then he's bringing in thugs and civilians. So 2 thugs would go here. But this is overflowed, so that'll be at 13. 2 thugs here, so that's overflowed again, so that's 15. And 2 thugs up here for... Yeah, it's just 2 thugs. Okay. Man, this is going to be a rough one, guys. So moving on to Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange, as long as this card is face up in the storyline, the top card of the Master Plan deck is revealed. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It would be American Chavez. So American Chavez will go, which I get that. So I'm going to play her double wild. So it's going to be, so I'm going to use 1 wild from Adam Warlock to clear this threat. All right. Which that's going to be cleared. Then I'm going to use 3 to kill, so that's 1 wild, so that's both of his, and then I get 2 more wilds to clear all of these thugs, okay? This will go ahead and have completed 2 missions. It will discard the top card of the deck, which is a BAM card, and then that's all I got, right? Because I did a heroic, I punched, and then I double punched, okay? I'm going to end my turn in this location, which allows me to rescue a civilian. And now it will be Doctor Strange's turn. So as long as this card is face up in the storyline, the top card of the Master Plan deck is revealed. That can be very helpful. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do move to any location So I'm going to move to this location, and I get a wild. So I'm going to clear this civilian here, and then I'm going to use both my punches, my other 2 wilds, to clear that. All right, so he's going. So he's moving 1, and he is bamming. So 1 and a bam. So Adam Warlock will take 2 damage. We're going to get rid of both of these moves. All right, and then he's filling up locations. So 2 civilians to every location. So 2 civilians to the bottom, 2 civilians to the top, and 2 civilians to the middle. All right. I'm glad I cleared some of this stuff out. And then 1 up there and 1 up there. All right, so it is now Adam Warlock's turn. So we get to draw. As long as the card is faced from a storyline, you cannot be forced to discard your last card. And that is a wild. So I think what I'm going to do is give Chavez his punch. She doesn't need a punch. She needs to get down here and clear some of this. Or I can rescue a civilian. I think that's what we're just going to do. Let's just keep mowing along. So just try and stall. So I'm going to do a heroic and a punch. So I get a heroic to save a civilian. I punch a thug. And then I get a wild. You know what? I wonder if I should move up here. Well, he can take care of those. I think he's going to have to clear these 2. Okay. So then I'm going to use my wild to move up there, okay? So then it is American Chavez's turn. We have a move and a wild. So, I think I'm just going to do this with American Chavez. So American Chavez, so I'm going to save 1 civilian. Use my wild to save another civilian, and then end my turn in this location, which I can rescue 1 civilian, which will unlock that. So everybody gets to draw 1 card. So everybody gets to draw 1 card. And what do we have from Doctor Strange? Move heroic. All right, Dormammu is going. So 3 and ritual. So 1, 2, and 3. He is adding one thug to each location, and then he will increase the ritual track by the number of civilians and thugs in his location. So he's increasing it by 3. And he would add here, so it goes up 1, and then he clears the 3 for 19. Woof. How many cards I got left? 2 turns? I don't know if I'm going to make this, guys. I do not know if I'm going to make this. That's going to be game either way because he's going to add, and then that unfortunately is game either way because let me just play the Orb of Agamotto. So as long as the card is face up in the storyline, the top card of the Master Plan deck is revealed. So that's going to be a 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So 2, 2, and 2. So I need to get there somehow. Who's going after me? Adam Warlock is there. So I have a wild. I'm going to do this. Move here. I can swap the positions of any 2 hero cards in the storyline. I'm going to take a double wild and put it here and there. Any 2 hero cards of your choice. Yep. So then Adam Warlock's turn. So Adam will draw a card, and I get that. What does American Chavez need? I'm going to grab American Chavez with the wild, all right? So a wild, as long as this card is facing the storyline, I cannot be forced to discard my last card. So I have a double wild, so I will double wild these 2 boys right here. I will use my next wild, so he's going 1, 2, and 3. And then he's doing 2, 2, and 2. And then I will just wild that as well. And then I can draw until I have 3 cards in my hand. So I get to draw another card. Quantum Magic. Look at the top 3 Master Plan cards and put them back on top in any order. I'm about to lose on the last card, guys. So this is coming out. Let me shift this up. Okay, so I got this shifted up, and I'm about to lose on the last card. Watch, because he's moving 3, increase the ritual track by the number of civilians and thugs in his location. That is very depressing. Because, yeah. So he would move 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's adding a thug and a civilian to each. So a thug and a civilian and a thug and a civilian and a thug and a civilian. And that goes there. All right. And then, so now it is, that was Adam Warlock, so it'd be America Chavez. So I'm going to do my double wild into a move. So 1, 2, 3, he's coming here. So I get a wild, and then I get a double wild. So I'm going to use my move here. I'm going to use the wild to move there. And I will, yeah, so I'm hitting Adam Warlocks, and then I get a double wild. So I'm going to save both those civilians. I get to end my turn there, and I'm going to swap these 2 cards in the storyline. So then it'll be Doctor Strange's turn, and pretty much I'll do this move. I'll do a move into a heroic. So I'll use 1 wild to save that. I'll move and then do that to save both of those. And now it's his turn. So he will play his ritual card, and he will go 1, 2, and 3. Right? He's going to add a civilian to every location above, and then increase the ritual track by the number of thugs and civilians in his location. So he has 1, it reaches 20. So I'm gonna call this a draw, because technically the game is over when the last master plan card is resolved. So it resolves just happening to resolve into the track reaching 20, meaning the heroes will lose. So actually, technically I would lose, but I'm just not going to accept this loss because it was so close. But yeah, in the technical terms of things, he would reach the ritual track, which would hit 20, and before the card finished resolving, I would lose the game because I'm at 20. And that is that. Just, that's so devastating. Okay, guys, well, this is Doctor Strange, America Chavez, and Adam Warlock facing Dormammu. So let's take a look at these characters, right? So let's go ahead and start with Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange, I felt, was definitely a support-ish type character, right? Let me grab all of his cards. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed everybody's cards from the storyline, guys, so we can take a deeper look at what they got. So we have Doctor Strange is his double wild. Let's take a look at his special abilities, because those were pretty awesome abilities, and he has like five special abilities, which is really powerful, right? We have this first one, Dimensional Portal, move to any location and wild. That is phenomenal. We have the Book of Vishanti, where you may search the Master Plan deck, remove 1 card from the game, then reshuffle the deck. You have the Eye of Agamotto. You may take a Master Plan card from the storyline and reshuffle it into the Master Plan deck. The Orb of Agamotto, as long as this card is face up in the storyline, reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. And the Cloak of Levitation, where I can either punch in an adjacent location or move. So those are all pretty powerful cards, right? You're able to manipulate the Master Plan deck and how things work, and then also set up yourself and other characters to do pretty good damage. Other than that, like I said, there's he's got his wild, he's got a double heroic, a single punch, move heroic, move heroic, move heroic, and a double wild. So definitely, like I said, a support character. He's a support character with very strong special ability cards. So that is very good. So, I mean, he is a top tier support character in my book. But that is Doctor Strange. So next, let's take a look at Adam Warlock. So Adam Warlock seemed like a very powerful character. He had a lot of wilds. Let's take a look at some of his special abilities. We have only 3 special abilities for him, but we have the Avatar of Life. Next Master Plan card will be played face down with no effect. That's pretty powerful. Let's see what that face down card was. That was a 0 BAM. So that was pretty good there. Immortality. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you cannot be forced to discard your last card. So basically, you can stay alive, and it has a wild to it. And then Quantum Magic. Look at the top 3 Master Plan cards and put them back in any order. I wish I got that earlier. But these are pretty powerful special ability cards to go along with this. See, he's got a move, a double move. There's his wild. He's got a heroic punch, a punch. He's got 2 double wilds, actually. And then a move punch, or a heroic punch and a move heroic. So he doesn't have... so we're looking at move heroics. He's got a bunch of those, and then really doesn't have a lot of punches, but he makes up for it with these double wilds. That's 4 wilds at your ready, 5 wilds, 6 wilds. So he has 6 wilds in his deck, which makes him a pretty powerful force. Again, like, I liked him. I thought he was pretty good. Maybe I just didn't utilize him correctly. But yeah, I thought that's pretty powerful. And then we look at America Chavez. She packed a punch. She for sure did pack a punch. So we have the invulnerability. You cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn with the heroic. We have this energy infusion, which is a double punch along with a punch. And then we have the Star Portal, which is a double wild and a move. All of these are phenomenal special ability cards, and they each have, they're each going to give you one of 3 different symbols: a heroic, a punch, and a move. To go along with those, we have a double punch, a move heroic, a heroic punch. There's her double wild, a punch. There's her wild, a double heroic, and a move. So she has a good combination of a little bit of everything, right? We got a move punch, we got a move heroic, we got a double punch, we got a double heroic, we have a single punch, a single heroic, a single move. So she is a very well-balanced character with some pretty powerful special ability cards. I actually think she was my favorite out of the 3 of them. I love the Doctor Strange's special cards the most. But I think in terms of being able to do the task that I needed her to do, which was clear some of these thugs, she was definitely the one for the job. Okay, now let's take a look at Dormammu. So definitely an interesting villain here with his mechanics. And so I was reading this at first, and I'm like, man, this is about to be a cinch. All I got to do is stall him out. And then things kind of took a turn. I took some dumb actions that put me in some very bad predicaments. I think, getting knocked out with Doctor Strange and things like that definitely set me back. But, these ritual cards here are pretty brutal, where he adds the civilians first, and then you take into account the civilians and thugs in that location. So those are guaranteed almost every single turn. But yeah, I like the different mechanics of him and how he's working. And so, yeah, I mean, again, like, he's not easy, but, he's not a monster. Let me rephrase that. He's not a monster, but he ain't no pushover either. And so I thought he was going to be a pushover and this was going to be a wrap. And then, I saw in like one turn, that track went from 0 to 5 and then from 5 to 11 to 12. And I was like, woo-wee, trying to clear some of these civilians and thugs over here. He kind of stayed in that area and screwed me a little bit. But definitely a fun villain to play. All right, guys, go ahead and drop in the box for me at these 4 characters. Which one did you enjoy seeing the most? And as always, guys, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we drop new content. And if you are not already subscribed, guys, please go ahead and subscribe. Also, we have a giveaway going on, so please go ahead and check out that giveaway video. I'm going to go ahead and link it up here somewhere, or put it up there so you guys can go to it to be entered in a chance to win a one of 4 awesome board games. And so that is going to be going on for 2 weeks. And so be on, go ahead and subscribe and get all your friends, coworkers, whoever, people that enjoy board games, get them to subscribe so we can hit that mark, guys, and give away some of these awesome games. All right, y'all have a great one. Bye.